Let's see in this video dative case and accusative case in detail with examples. The dative case is a grammatical case used to indicate the indirect object of a verb. That means this case marks the indirect object in a sentence, which is the entity receiving the direct object. For example, in the sentence, Ich gebe dem Mann die Hand. The direct object is the hand and the indirect object is dem Mann, which is in the dative case to show the recipient of the action. In English, the dative is often expressed using the objective case of pronouns, for example, him, her, them, or with prepositions like to or for when indicating the recipient or beneficiary. The article of the dative object man changed to them from there as we studied in the previous video. Now take the example of the Frau. Ich gebe der Frau die Hand. Here the indirect or the dative object is Frau and the direct object is die Hand. So the article of dative object die Frau changed to der Frau, and similarly you can see das Kind changes to dem Kind as per the table we studied in the previous video. Now let's see how to identify the dative case. Ask to whom or for whom to identify indirect object. If we take the example, Ich helfe dem Mann, here to whom question will call for the dative object or indirect object dem Mann. Now let's see accusative case in detail. The accusative case is the grammatical case used to indicate the direct object of a verb showing who or what receives the action. Now let's see the definition and function. The accusative case is primarily used to mark the direct object of a transitive verb, which is the noun or the pronoun that receives the action performed by the subject. In English, this case is mostly clearly visible in pronouns such as me, him, her, us, them, and whom. Let's get into the example. Ich sehe den Lehrer. Here, den Lehrer is the direct object receiving the action of the subject sehe, which is the accusative object. And the article of the masculine noun changes from there to den as we studied in the previous video. If we take this sentence, Ich gebe dem Mann das Buch as example, here das Buch is the direct object of the verb of the subject, which is the accusative object, and dem Mann is the indirect object or dative object, which is the recipient of the direct object das Buch. Now let's see the unbestimmte articles of the three cases we studied so far in the previous videos of nominative, accusative, and dative. The unbestimmte or the definite article ein before nominative masculine noun changes to einen before accusative masculine noun, and rest eine before feminine noun and ein before neutral remains the same as in nominative case. In dative, the indirect article or the unbestimmte article before masculine and neutral changes from ein to einem, and for feminine it changes to einer. The indefinite article is omitted in plural. For example, in accusative case, plural, Ich sehe Kinder auf der Straße. Examples for dative case unbestimmter article is Ich gebe einem Hund einen Nocken. You can see unbestimmter article ein changes to einem for dative object or indirect object of the action gebe, and in the same sentence you can see object of the action or accusative object einen Nocken, since Nocken is accusative masculine object. Examples for unbestimmte articles in accusative case for masculine, feminine, and neutral nouns are shown here.
Thank you for watching the video and let me know in the comments what you would like to see next. Bye!